I use Nationwide. You should too.
We are live.
Hey, everybody, it's Dale Jr. for the Dale Jr. Download. This is the Ask Junior YouTube segment of the show presented by Nationwide. Thanks to Nationwide for bringing Ask Junior to you. So we got Leah.
Hello.
She's laughing because I'm silly. She's going to be fiddling through all those questions you guys are putting out there and trying to find some good ones. So send them on in, Leah.
All right, first question's from Joshua Doyle. After watching Bubba Wallace lose his cool last night, it got me wondering, what is the maddest you've gotten during or after a race?
Probably it's several instances with Kyle Busch, I'm sure. Anytime you get turned around, spun out, I was driving late model street stocks. Anytime you get wrecked, you can't get any more frustrated. And several of the things that me and Kyle did to each other on the racetrack, several things he did to me upset me. Several things he said in the media upset me. So too many to list, but yeah. I always tried to think about, my mom's watching, my mom's listening, and try to use. I know that's not reality. She probably wasn't watching every interview or watching every practice or race, but I tried to imagine, like, what should I say in this moment without upsetting Mom? And typically that kept me out of trouble, or else I probably could have gotten myself, I could have made myself look like a real ass. But, yeah, I think Kyle said something one time in the media. We were at Dover.
I remember.
Yeah. So frustrating. He said something about me having to switch a lot of crew chiefs.
He said it's never Junior's fault.
It's never my fault, yeah. That one really pissed me off so bad. So, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's still harbored a little bit.
We're probably not thinking of a few.
I can think of one. I mean, because I saw somebody bring it up on Twitter.
This makes me nervous.
No. The Robbie Gordon or his crew member, Robbie Gordon, after the race, there's that picture of you flipping him off.
Yeah. He was a lap down and in the way, and he didn't think he's in the way, but I'm thinking, get out of the way. I want to pass the cars in front of you because they're positions. And then we ended up getting into a shoving match on pit road and destroyed our cars, and then I was ready. That day I wanted to show my ass. I wasn't thinking about Mama. All right, what's the next question?
Nicholas Lewis is watching on YouTube, and he wants to know, what did you think of Corey LaJoie's Ninja Turtles? That was one of my favorite things. Corey
sent me a picture of that and said, "Hey, we're on a covert mission to have some fun out here with the turtles." And Corey just has fun, right? So think about this, like when we're at the racetrack on the weekend, don't be surprised by Corey coming up with some fun thing to do and be silly every single weekend. I was at Darlington going to run that Xfinity race, and he texts me, or he comes riding up on his bike. I was at the track Friday, and he comes riding up on his bike. Hey, man, how's it going?
Yeah.
And we sat there and had a conversation. I was like, what's up, Corey? And then he said, hey, man, let's get some beers later. I'm going to come over to the bus. I'm like, okay. So he comes over to the bus. We hung out for like 45 minutes to an hour. We've never hung out really before. We know each other. But he's just a spontaneous guy that's going to have fun. Didn't surprise me any, and he's going to do some cool stuff that fans are going to enjoy. I think it's great. Great personality in the sport.
Tony Rocco wants to know, if you're forced to add an element to the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval, what would it be and why?
I don't know that I would add anything. I couldn't imagine. That track is so challenging the way it is. There's not a corner on that track that somebody didn't have a problem with, or it just really, I think, is the hardest circuit or the hardest track and toughest test for the drivers that they'll face all year long. So I don't know that I'd change a thing. I really wouldn't. I could think of other tracks that I'd like to influence, and we talked about that with Marcus Smith in our interview today. And so listen to the podcast later tonight to hear some of those ideas. But that track, that Roval, man, I don't know. I don't want to get in there and mess it up. It's pretty good.
Jason M., when is Dale coming to the Snowball Derby?
I want to. I talked to Tony Jr. about going over the last couple of years and just camping, and hanging out and drinking beer and watching the race. Yeah, I want to be a fan. And I've tried to figure out a way to get my driver, Josh Berry, in a car. It's expensive to run that race, but I'd love to try to get Josh an opportunity just to say he at least ran it once in his career, and all the great drivers have ran that race. My time has passed. I don't think I'll ever try to go do it, but it'd be cool to go see it one time for sure.
We're getting a lot of Roval questions.
Sure,
Cliff wants to know, what is the perfect way through the chicanes? Are the best drivers hitting the turtles on purpose, or are they just missing it by a few inches?
You want to straighten that section out. Go through there as straight as you possibly can. So that definitely means using the turtles a lot, using a lot of the curb. The only problem is that, you can break your car. Those are very aggressive curbs compared to what we have at the other road courses, and they beat the cars up and break things and break the suspension, especially the rear suspension. And so it's a sort of a trade-off. I wouldn't be very aggressive with those turtles early in the race, but late when when you need to make some time and you're trying to create the best lap time you can and catch the guy in front of you, you have to take that risk of climbing up on those things and using them up.
Brandon Mills, you can kind of tease this. Any update on Nashville?
Yeah, we talked about that with Marcus, and there is an update. I don't want to throw it out there now and make that interview we did with Marcus useless, so we'll wait and let him tell you about it. And I'll say it's good news, but that'll be in the podcast when it comes out later this evening, so be sure to listen.
Justin Cruz, this is kind of an off-the-wall question. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
You could put anything you want on pizza. I'm not going to be the pizza police here. I think that pineapple, if you like it, eat it. I don't care. Who cares? I like buffalo chicken on pizza. Not my favorite pizza. My favorite pizza is going to be pepperoni and banana peppers all day.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
EXRCIST on YouTube. What's your next series to run on iRacing?
I liked, I was enjoying the dirt. My computer's been gone from the house because it's with the rig that I'm getting built, so I haven't been able to race. But once the rig shows up and I'm back on iRacing, I'm going to continue sort of going up through the ranks in my dirt career, if you will. And I probably won't run much asphalt for a while, but eventually. So I got this original account, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and it's, I sort of retired it, and I got a new account, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and I'm going to start from the bottom.
Oh, that's fun.
In the asphalt and dirt. So going back, because I haven't ran on there in so long, the tire model's changed so much that I'm going to start this new account with how the sim is currently in its state and relearn this entire simulation all over again because I'm trash. I am trash on the asphalt. I'm so bad. But yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. Ask Junior, presented by Nationwide. I appreciate everybody that tuned in today to hear and ask questions. Thank you again to Nationwide, and be sure to subscribe to Dirty Mo Media on YouTube. You obviously did if you're watching. We hope you did. And follow our Dirty Mo Media handles on Twitter and Instagram. You're going to see a lot of great clips on there, as well as information about our podcasts when they drop. And also don't forget about the show on NBCSN on Tuesdays. Are we doing
5, 9, and
5,
midnight.
9, and 12? So 5 p.m., 9 p.m., and a midnight run tomorrow on NBCSN.
Eastern
Thank you.
Standard Time.
Yeah, I think everybody knows it's Eastern.